Hello, fellow human. This is not one of my 30-day talk to camera challenge videos. I know I'm talking to the camera and it's a video, but I am belaying the schedule of topics to talk about some really wild things that have happened at this resort that I'm at right now. Here's the short version. My wife and I got here on Monday. The first couple days were awesome, super relaxing, super nice. And then yesterday, I was out on the back porch, laying down, wrapped my eyes with a bandana, and was trying to take a nap. And I was interrupted by a large group who were on the porch next to me. I think you might be able to see, but we're on the end room of this building, and I think it's probably right behind me. And the people were in the second porch. And what I overheard while I was drifting away in and out of sleep was that there was a group of 12 of them, and they were spread out. As I mentioned, my wife and I are on the very back porch, on the very end of one of the buildings, and this group, you can see a gentleman here, were in the one next to it. And they've been spread out, I think, staggered among the buildings. I think they may have had a rough travel day. Some of them were not feeling so great about what was happening, and they were very loud and boisterous. Again, I heard there was 12 of them. They come here every year. They mentioned to the neighbor on their other side that they were raucous and boisterous. Good sign. And as it turns out, these people are terrible. It would be so easy for me to be annoyed, my wife and I, but we decided to change our mind frame and try to enjoy this drama that was unfolding in front of us. Heard some names, and since day one, we've learned that perhaps this is a group of swingers, or perhaps they just don't know how to behave in public, and some people are trying to bang other people. It's a very strange situation. I don't know what to do. Again, these people, I don't think, without casting aspersions or judging, don't seem to understand how to behave in public. They've got like a Bluetooth speaker and they're playing music loudly, which is fine, except that the person whose phone is linked to the Bluetooth speaker seems to go out of range quite a bit, so you get that choppiness. It's a whole mess. And since that time, I've watched a new neighbor has moved in 2 doors to the left, and a new neighbor has moved in and checked into the resort 2 doors to the right. And so they're going to get their baptism into the behaviors of this group as time goes on. At first, my wife and I were very, very annoyed with these people. They seemed trashy, and from a certain mindset, they are trashy, inconsiderate, loud. That's all it takes. Being inconsiderate and loud in a place where everybody else is also paying for a nice, relaxing vacation seems to be tone deaf. But during this vacation, I spent a bunch of time reading a really interesting book called Mindfulness. And I've been reading this book in hopes that I can take the lessons from it during my Camino and perhaps gain more from it by being mindful, at least gain some perspective about mindfulness and mindlessness. And it's been really, really interesting So one of the things that this book talks about is changing your mindset. And so instead of being annoyed with this group that doesn't seem to understand how to behave and that drink too much to the point where they don't know where their rooms are and they're banging on doors and walking into other people's back porches and things of that nature, instead of letting that get to us, we decided to change our mindset. And we thought about a multitude of different approaches that we could take. Should we ingratiate ourselves and become friendly with them so that then we become real people and maybe that they will feel a sense of shame towards their actions, or at least want to be more considerate for us? No, we decided not to do that. What we decided to do was to become observers to the entire situation so that we can learn the story and hear about all of the nonsense that all of these people are involved in. Apparently they travel together every year. Apparently some of them don't like others. They all ruthlessly talk shit about people that aren't present in the moment within the group, which is somewhat entertaining. And so our first goal was to be able to identify the people, match the people with the names. Well, high five. We did that today, and it was a moment of joy for us. So I just wanted to talk about how empowering it is to change your mindset. For us anyway, it was. And we found a moment of joy in something that other people would deem to be an unacceptable situation. That's it. I just wanted to talk about that. It really blew me away. These next door neighbors, I mean, let me see if I can get over to one of these buildings. I think the sun's back there, so you're not going to get a good vision. But imagine we've got blocks of buildings. Each building has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms. And it seems like they're all spaced out pretty well. And so today, 2 of the people went stumbling into the room next to us, and one was named Gary, and one was named Joanne, and it doesn't seem like they're married, because Gary was out in public as he was stumbling across our back porch asking if Joanne wanted to have sex and that it was okay with his wife. It's very strange. Anyway, I thought it was funny. I wanted to post a video about it and keep you guys informed, at least create something for this channel. I know I said that I was committed to continuing this series while I'm here, but I also reserve the right to enjoy my vacation, and I will get back to it. And perhaps I have run my course with the 30-day Talk to Camera Challenge. Maybe as I discover more interesting things to talk about, maybe this is interesting, maybe it's not. But if I can think of interesting things to talk about, maybe I don't need the prompts from the challenge. Although I did commit to doing it, and I would like to continue. So maybe when I get back I will do so. Maybe tomorrow I'll pick it up and talk about what was supposed to be day 17. The topic was to talk about somebody that inspired me, and I think that's a really good topic. I've got some thoughts on it, and I would maybe like to continue it. Anyway, just getting my thoughts out, bringing you along. It's been a really great week so far. We're on day 3. I wish we were staying for another week. I really enjoyed gearing down and having nothing to do other than lay by the pool, walk around, eat, drink, be merry, meet people, things like that. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully we make it out of this swingers resort without any incident. It's not a swingers resort, but the whole situation is pretty wild. Anyway, ciao.